Hey guys, what's going on? It's Eli, back with another review video, and continuing on reviewing more Christmassy materials on the weekends. And yes, that's right, you read the title, and as was teased in the last review video, something Ninja Turtles related that is something Christmassy. And this piece of Ninja Turtles Christmassy material coming straight from the 2003 Ninja Turtles cartoon. Yep, simply titled Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yeah. And that being episode 11 from season 3, The Christmas Aliens. Yep. Not to mention, it is celebrating its anniversary, so yeah, this episode. But yeah, and I'm not doing this alone, because he's joined me a couple of times, reviewing some Ninja Turtles material and such, and yep, joining me reviewing the Christmas Aliens episode from the TMNT 2003 cartoon is one of my good friends, Anchorman. Good to have you for this.
Hello there, thank you for having me.
Anytime, yeah. So, let me start off with what the first things are that I have to say, and that goes for the 2003 cartoon itself. Well, I would know if I've seen any, pieces of the 2003 Ninja Turtles cartoon. Maybe I kind of came across this, At the time, it was on Cartoon Network. Is that correct, Anchorman? It was on Cartoon Network?
I think it was on the CW network.
Okay.
Like the 4Kids block.
Alright, okay. Well, whichever which, but yeah, because, maybe I kind of seen a little bit of this, but I know for a fact I never watched it. And at that time, at that young age, I actually, surprisingly, was not into the Ninja Turtles, anything Ninja Turtles, but until very later on, and even when I got into, say, the movies and reviewing them and such, well, even before then, I knew, of course, who they were at a certain point, and I came to respect the Ninja Turtles, but again, as I just said, when it came to watching and reviewing the movies, my appreciation for the Ninja Turtles grew more, and, I have seen a little bit of, some of the Ninja Turtles, shows, just a little bit of the very first Ninja Turtles cartoon, the one from, Nickelodeon that was CG. I know I watched a few episodes of those, and now, finally having to watch, the 2003 cartoon, and coming to this episode, The Christmas Aliens. I gotta say, The Christmas Aliens, being the Ninja Turtles, Christmassy episode, it's a pretty good one. The fact, because, out of all 4 of the Ninja Turtles, it centers heavily on Michelangelo, because he's out on the streets of New York, spending some time to himself, enjoying the holiday season in the streets, and, well, when trouble is unleashed at one point, and he's the only turtle out in the evening, and which, by the way, taking place on Christmas Eve, and it's up to him to save the day and to stop these crooks who stole this truck. Again, overall, I think the Christmas Aliens episode from the 2003 TMNT 2003 cartoon is a pretty good Christmassy material that is something Ninja Turtles, and who says, the Ninja Turtles can't have some Christmas and so on. You get my point, but yeah, overall, Christmas Aliens was a pretty good one for the Ninja Turtles doing something on Christmas. Okay, now we'll turn the wheels to you, Anchorman, because what are the first things you have to say?
I like this interpretation of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I didn't watch it when I was a kid either, because I wasn't into Ninja Turtles, because I was really young. It wasn't until the 2012 show I was really TMNT, but so far I think this is easily the best of the Christmas specials TMNT's done.
Hmm.
And it's like we don't really get those kind of TMNT specials unless you're talking about the TMNT holiday special they also did a long time ago. But the 2003 TMNT Christmas special was really good because it's also faithful to the TMNT Mirage comics, because I think they're basing the storyline off that into this episode.
Right. And speaking more on Ninja Turtles having other Christmassy materials, like, do you recall the one that has the live-action versions of the Ninja Turtles? Even the Nostalgia Critic covered that one.
Yeah, I've watched his review on it. It was pretty funny. But that version is like a terrifying version of the TMNT. It's like this TMNT Star Wars Holiday Special.
Hey, that's a good way to put it, yeah. Well, yeah, and granted, because sometimes the Ninja Turtles, they've had their downs, and the one that we're referring to and that the Nostalgia Critic covered, that being one of them, sadly. But, thankfully, for the Christmas Aliens, the one from the 2003 TMNT cartoon, the Christmas Aliens, this is good. This is definitely something good that the Ninja Turtles have that's something Christmassy. But, yeah. And just overall, because, what do you think of the episode itself, Anchorman?
It's really good. Like, I like Mikey going on that. He's having his own little side journey where he's trying to save that little cat and also trying to save all the Christmas presents from the Purple Dragon gang. And while that's all going on, the Turtles are all hanging out, their allies just waiting for Mikey, and they're trying their best to enjoy Christmas as much as they can.
Yep. There we go. Yeah, and the Purple Dragon, yeah, because that's the name of that gang and that, heavily works alongside with the Shredder, but yeah. Anyways, alright, so, with the first things we've had to say about the 2003 TMNT cartoon itself, and with the Christmas Aliens and such, as always, for me, read the description / the story. On Christmas, Michelangelo finds a stray kitten and runs foul of a group of criminals hoping to attain a profit from some stolen toys. Back at the Turtle Lair, his brothers and Splinter prepare to celebrate with some old friends. Okay, so with that out of the way, getting into the episode itself. Yeah, well, because, Michelangelo having Christmas, out in the streets, alone on Christmas Eve, while all the other turtles, along with April O'Neil, Splinter, and Casey Jones, they are preparing Christmas, setting up the tree, and preparing the dinner table and such. Yeah, I'm just putting all the decorations up, yeah. All except for Michelangelo. And pretty much throughout the Christmas Aliens episode, Michelangelo, and we would see the Ninja Turtles, like, kind of out of their ninja wardrobe, and especially, like, sometimes, like, them not wearing their masks and seeing their actual eyes. So Michelangelo, throughout most of the entire episode, we see him in a disguise, bundled up and wearing an orange scarf, and that's very clever. And so we know which Ninja Turtle it is. Yeah, orange is Michelangelo. Yeah, so. Him just roaming around, and even when, like, say, he accidentally gets hit with a snowball, borrowing some kid's sleigh, cowabunga! And even when at one point he comes across this little orange kitten which he would a little later name the kitten Clunk, with a K, so yeah. And then at one point, Michelangelo hearing some disturbance, and the Purple Dragon, what's the name of them specifically again?
The Purple Dragon Gang?
Yeah, thank you. The Purple Dragon Gang. Still gotta keep that in mind. Yeah, some of the Purple Dragon gang members are hijacking and stealing a truck containing toys that are supposed to go to the Brown Street Children's Home, on Christmas Eve. But, those gang members, of course, they're not going to listen, and, by stealing the truck and thinking that, they're going to, make a lot of money spending these toys, and it's up to Michelangelo to do something. And, again, the fact that he's the only turtle out on Christmas Eve in the streets of New York, while the other turtles, because unbeknownst to them, little do they know what's going on out there and with, their brother. And the whole time, the poor little kitten Clunk, that Mike names him, tagging along on Michelangelo's mission to stop those Purple Dragon gang members from, taking the truck and what they're gonna do to the toys. And sure enough, because Michelangelo, trying to stop them, and even when, because a lot of, chases throughout this episode, because when they stole the truck and Michelangelo trying to hold on to the truck, and many times when the Purple Dragon Gang are trying to take down Michelangelo, firing their Tommy guns. That's kind of technically what they are, but, Or even say when at a certain point, Michelangelo now is driving the truck. But we'll come back to you, Anchorman, because what I've talked about so far and where we're at, because what do you have to say?
I do like the little cat he adopts. It's a cute cat. And, did you notice how Mikey does not wear his ninja mask throughout this whole episode?
Well, yes, I did establish that, so...
Yeah. Did you ever... I always wondered what TMNT looked like without their mask, but this is, a prime example of a TMNT not wearing his mask.
Mm-hmm. But, this isn't really the first time that, we would see the Turtles not wearing their masks. I can think of, say, the first Ninja Turtles film from Michael Bay.
Yeah, that scene.
yeah. Just when first meeting April O'Neil and just assuring her that it's just a mask. Yeah, that part. Yeah, and also, like I said, the fact that Michelangelo, and, because it's Michelangelo, because he has an orange scarf, because, again, orange is Michelangelo's color, so, yeah. And coming back to, the Turtles' lair, because, again, the three other turtles, Leo, Raph, and Dawn, they are putting up the decorations, as well as April, Casey, and to name the voice cast members, because Wayne Grayson voicing Michelangelo, Sam Rigel as Donatello, Gregory Abbey as Raphael, Michael Sinterklaas, bear with me, because the best I can pronounce his name, he voices Leonardo, Darren Dunstan as Splinter, Veronica Taylor as April O'Neil, and Mark Thompson as Casey Jones, and, other characters do show up a little later, because guests arrive for Christmas Eve and for Christmas dinner, and the moments that happen in the Turtles' lair, because, Casey, bringing in the Christmas tree, and, and other funny moments that happen, like, say, Casey trying to get April to kiss him under the mistletoe, even getting the others involved in this, moving the mistletoe around wherever they walk, and it's so funny. And the other characters that we get in this episode that arrive as guests are Silver Sentry, being voiced by Terrence Archie, the Professor, Dan Green, Miyamoto Usagi, being voiced by Jason Griffith, Angel, Tara Sands, and Murakami Jisuk as being voiced by Eric Stewart, and Eric Stewart also voices a character by the name of Phil. And Anchorman, remind me again, because the rabbit and the rhino, who are ninjas as well, which are their names again?
Usagi.
Usagi is who again?
The rabbit. And
the rhino?
I think it's... I looked it up. It's Markanki. I don't know how to say it. It's like a Japan name. Again,
because bear with us, guys, how we always trying to pronounce certain names and words. Hey, the same goes for you. So
the character did dress up like Rocksteady in the show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the only reference they made to Rocksteady was when that character, in another episode, he would dress up like Rocksteady.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, but yeah, so those are who show up for Christmas, on Christmas Eve and for Christmas dinner, and the funny moments that, when they come in and they get themselves into, like, there's one sequence where Silver Sentry has an gets in the middle of an arm wrestling challenge with Casey Jones, etc. And yeah. And then when it comes to, say, April O'Neil, well, apparently she won, even sending Silver flying and hitting a wall. But that was staged. Silver helped April into tricking the others and to just be surprised. And as a reward for Silver, April offering him a lot of cookies that she made, but he tells her that's not necessary because, well, the reward was, the look on everybody's faces, and she's like, okay, well, I guess you won't. No, I love cookies. Yeah, you can't resist having them. How can you not? Yeah. And we'll come back to you, Anchorman, because, with what goes on down in the Turtles' lair, like, what do you have to say?
The mistletoe stuff was funny, and then, I like how April and Silver Sentry tricked the Turtles into thinking she could beat him in arm wrestling.
Yep. And the whole thing of Silver, playing along with April, like, what say on that?
Yeah, I like how she gave him the cookies and stuff.
When he was not wanting to have them, but then he couldn't resist and took the whole jar, so...
Yeah, he took it all.
Yep. And even, say, a moment earlier, because, cookies being baked, and who wants to lick the bowl, and Raphael calls dibs on licking the entire bowl. But yeah, and coming back to Michelangelo, because, what goes on with him still, trying to stop some of the, Purple Dragon gang members, because, like I said, the gang members, hijacking the truck, but when they're defeated, and now Michelangelo is behind the wheel, even when another vehicle with other members of the Purple Dragon gang, they show up, and because supposed to meet up halfway, and it's like there's one moment where they were almost about to ram into one another. And, he's not stopping, yeah. And, thankfully, at times, Michelangelo, surprisingly, easily defeating and taking down the members of the Purple Dragon gang, at one point, having their car flipped over, and so on, even, getting, and even there was one moment where someone on a scooter almost got hit by the truck, and Michelangelo called out to the guy on the scooter to call the police on, the truck being hijacked and such, yeah. And the police arriving, and, even after, all of the members of the Purple Dragon gang are defeated, Michelangelo, he's still behind the wheel, and little do the police even know that, a good guy is in there, and little do they know it's a turtle, so yeah. But thankfully, Michelangelo, he manages to ditch the police hiding from them, and also not to mention that Michelangelo's running a little late, and he hasn't returned back to the Turtles' lair, and at that point, everybody down in the Turtles' lair is just about ready to feast on the Christmas dinner, but Splinter telling them that, they have to wait because, this is about being together and such, and, it's not complete because, Michelangelo is not there, so they have to wait on him, and even when, they'll give him 5 minutes, but again, little do they know what the heck's been going on up there and what Michelangelo got himself into, but overall, because doing a heroic and right thing, so yeah. And yeah, in the end, Michelangelo, he defeated all of the Purple Dragon gang members, saving the truck and all of the toys being in the back of the truck, and him making his way back to the Turtles' lair, and apologizing for being late, and you're not going to believe what happened up there, and, you know, Raphael giving Michelangelo a hard time, as he does a good chunk of times in the cartoon. Well, because Michelangelo telling them that, you know, Christmas is about, you know, the less fortunate, and it shouldn't be about themselves, and that's when, you know, he has an idea for what they all can do. And that, of course, being proceeding on to the Brown Street Christmas home to give all the toys to those kids. And, well, at the very end, we do see Michelangelo in his Ninja Turtles gear and in his mask, and yeah, all of them in disguise, some of them dressed up as elves, and even Splinter dressed up, very fitting for him, he's dressed up as Santa Claus. And there was even a moment where he was communicating and contacting with an old friend and offering him a paper origami. So, do you know who the old, I forget who it is, like, do you remember who the old friend of Splinter is that he contacted with?
That was, Hamato Yoshi.
Oh, right. Yeah, him. Yeah, thanks for reminding me. Yeah. So that's who it was, yeah. Telepathically and communicating and, you know, giving him a origami bird and such. Yeah, swan. So yeah, but again, in the end, them at the Brown Street Children's Home, and a happy ending, and what a Christmas miracle, and a great way for them to be spending Christmas Eve together, just, yeah. And we'll come back to you, Anchorman, because what I've talked about now, and, you know, from when Michelangelo has defeated the Purple Dragon Gang members to returning back to the Turtles' lair, and, well, when it came to them going to the Brown Street Christmas Children's Home and such, yeah, what do you have to say?
I thought it was nice that Mikey decided to do something good with Christmas by having them all give presents to random kids, and just like they're all dressed like Christmas themed characters, and no one suspects a thing.
No. Nope, not all. Yep, nope, not all.
It just shows the compassion Mikey has.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, and almost forgot to mention, because, well, when the moment did finally happen that April accepted, you know, and kissing Casey on the cheek, you know, under the mistletoe, like, let's say on that too.
That was good.
It was good, yeah. And yeah, just overall, a great way to end off the 2003 Ninja Turtles cartoon, you know, the Christmas episode, The Christmas Aliens. Yeah. Yeah. Episode 11 from Season 3 of the TMNT cartoon, yeah, The Christmas Aliens. It's a pretty good piece of Ninja Turtles Christmassy material. What this episode had to offer, and with its story, and the fact that almost throughout the entire episode, it centers on one of the 5 Ninja Turtles, which being Michelangelo. Yeah, and what he got himself into, but yeah, how heroic he was and did the right thing, stopping the Purple Dragon Gang members, and the times that we would see what the other turtles, along with Splinter, April, Casey, and all the others that show up for Christmas Eve, what they're doing, you know, pretty funny, and how in the end, you know, all ends well, and delivering what was almost attempted to be stolen by the Purple Dragon Gang members, but yeah, they were thankfully delivered to those kids at that children's home. Yeah. The story in the Christmas Aliens episode, really good, and with what goes on with the characters, you know, from beginning to end, some funny and touching moments in this Ninja Turtles Christmassy episode. Yeah, all really good. And now we'll come back to you, Anchorman, because your final thoughts and results on the Christmas Aliens episode.
It was a pretty good Christmas special for TMNT, and it gave us like a good message for kids for at the end when they were trying to teach us giving, like what Mikey was doing. So yeah, it was definitely a great special for sure.
Absolutely. Yep. So yeah, and how we rate the Christmas Aliens episode, well, we'll start with you. Like, how do you rate it, Anchorman?
I'd probably give it like a 7 or an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, you know, the same goes for me. Yeah, for me, I'm giving it 8 out of 10 stars. Yes, 8 out of 10 stars for both me and Anchorman. Is that official for you, 8 out of 10?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so again, for both me and Anchorman, we give the Ninja Turtles Christmassy episode, The Christmas Aliens, 8 out of 10 stars. And what about you guys? What did you think of the Ninja Turtles Christmassy episode itself from the 2003 cartoon? And is the 2003 TMNT cartoon, like, is it one of your favorite pieces of Ninja Turtles material? Any of you that grew up with the show, besides me and Anchorman, as we established, and what is your favorite piece of Ninja Turtles Christmassy material? Is this one of them? Have you seen any of the others, even the one that me and Anchorman were describing and talking about, and that the Nostalgia Critic covered? Any other piece of Ninja Turtles Christmassy material, and what else goes on in the 2003 Ninja Turtles cartoon itself? Yeah, just overall, what do you think of episode 11 from season 3 of the Ninja Turtles 2003 cartoon itself, The Christmas Aliens? And with what me and Anchorman had to say, our review, and yeah, what did you think of our review? Leave comments and give this review video a like, as always. And so, with all that being said, thank you very much for watching. We hope you guys enjoyed our review of the Ninja Turtles Christmas episode from the 2003 Ninja Turtles cartoon, episode 11, season 3, The Christmas Aliens. More review videos are coming your way. They're going to be awesome. Keep looking forward, and we'll see you guys in the next video / review. And Anchorman, it was a pleasure having you be a part of this, and yeah, reviewing another piece of Ninja Turtles material, and this being something Christmassy.
Thank you for having me on. I enjoyed it.
Yep. And he'll be back later because we will be reviewing something else Christmassy on the weekends, and yeah, more Christmassy materials for me to review are still on the way, and again, he will come back later for another Christmassy material. And stay tuned later tonight, because the next Christmassy material that I'll be reviewing, well, let's just say, letters are trying to be delivered by Santa by the Muppets. I'm pretty sure you guys know what I'm talking about. Again, stay tuned for that. And for me, well, for you, I'm sorry, start with you, Anchorman. Any last words? Say goodbye?
Farewell.
He says that. For me, again, thank you very much for watching. Take care, and peace out. 1, 2, 3, 4, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.